see what some of the Alliance Advantage is all about. We have a lot of great things going on. We have a lot of great excitement going around across the country. We're excited you take a chance to be on board tonight and watch the presentation and see what we're seeing here. My name is Ray McDonald. I'm here in Dallas, Texas. Been in the industry now for 23 years, full time. The industry has changed my life dramatically. I will kind of share my story a little bit more as I kind of go in to the presentation. I was born and raised in El Paso, Texas. Been living in Dallas now for about 9.5 years, and then again, this industry has changed my life dramatically. And hopefully, here what you'll see here, kind of see what I saw early on, and hopefully it will change your life as well too. Just kind of jumping right into it. Just a disclosure statement here. So basically, what it says is like what you'll see here. We'll show you the systems, the tools, everything that you'll need to be successful in your business. We're here to support you. We have education, we have training, we have leads, we have everything for you to be successful, but ultimately your success depends 100% on you and on you alone. But we'll help you all the way through. Also kind of talk about who Summit Alliance is. Summit Alliance is it's important to understand who we are. So we're a 52-year-old company. We have a long track record. We're very proud of our track record, very proud of who we are and what we've done. We're the third largest privately owned IMO in the country. So what that means is that being the third largest privately owned IMO is that we have access to pretty much every product, every carrier that you will ever need for your insurance career. That's pretty solid. It's pretty strong. Again, being 52 years old, also the third largest privately owned IMO in the country. So, I mean, not only do we have access to every product, every service that you will need for your insurance career, but also we have the systems, we have the training, we have the tools for helping you to kind of grow into your business and kind of look at us as a one-stop shop. On the right side of your screen there is Larry Anders. Larry actually owns Summit Alliance. And then Summit Alliance Advantage, we are a new division of Summit Alliance. So even though Summit Alliance Advantage is a new concept, new idea, but it's a new division of Summit Alliance. Even though we're not new, Summit Alliance is new. Like I said, myself, I've been involved for 23 years in the business. You got Jason Martinez down there. He's been involved in the insurance industry for over I believe 10 years, 16 years, going on 16 years, I believe it is. And then BJ Chambers, the same thing with BJ. He's been a top producer in the industry as well, and myself. So even though we're not new in the industry, Summit Alliance Advantage is new. We're very, very excited to be launching Summit Alliance Advantage to you and also to the rest of the country. So we're very proud of who we are and our history. So what we'll cover tonight, is a little bit our history. I'm going to talk about that a little bit already. Again, we're very proud of our history. We're very proud of who we are. Again, this is we're not no small mom and pop shop. We're a full-blown operation. We have access to all the products, all the services that you'll ever will need for your career. We already touched on that as well. And then also the career that's available for Summit Alliance Advantage. This career is absolutely phenomenal. If you follow the system, if you work a program like we designed, how we have it, you are able to really promote yourself to a great income, a six-figure income, without a doubt. We have the markets, we have the leads. We generate our own leads here in-house. All of our leads are exclusive. Also, that too, we're very excited about that too. A lot of companies out there, they have leads. They say they have leads, and they say, well, our leads are exclusive, and you spend $40 on a lead, and realize that lead's been sold on an average of 7 times. So it's not really exclusive. And then, but you'll see our leads are exclusive. They're sold to you, nobody else. So we're very excited about that. And again, compensation, which is also very, very important. We'll be going at tonight as well too. So So again, we're very, very excited about everything. So let me kind of jump right into it. This is the big circle, little circle presentation. Now imagine there's 100 random people today turning 65. Pretty safe to say that there's more than 100 people today turning 65 years old. For sake of the presentation, let's say that 97% of these people are in the big circle, meaning that they are dead or dead broke by age 65. Dead broke meaning that they're living on Social Security benefits less than $2,000 a month. If you notice, there's more and more seniors working now than ever before. The question I ask people all the time when I'm sitting down with them, or I'm in a room full of individuals, and I ask them, this question is, hey, have you noticed there's more and more seniors working now than ever before? And the whole room will say, yes, absolutely. I'm sure if you ask yourself that question, have you noticed there's more and more seniors working now than ever before? And that's a big absolutely. Then we have the 2% here in a little circle. We call these individuals well-to-do. Okay, so these guys, when they retire at age 55, these are the ones who've been working hard, saving money, trying to get to the point where we're all trying to get to, and they're able to retire and kind of keep their same house, keep the same car, kind of status quo. Nothing changes. These individuals are the ones that are working real hard, but also at the same time as they're praying to God every day that nothing catastrophic happens to them. So even though they're retired and they're keeping the same house and the same car, and they're comfortable, but they're praying to God nothing happens, like a heart attack, stroke, something catastrophic, because all it takes is one event, either for them or for a spouse, to send them into the big circle. So that's a pretty scary environment to be in as well. Then we have the 1% here who are wealthy. Okay, these guys here, when they retire at age 65, these are the ones that we see living that retirement life. We see them holding hands on the beach, taking their grandkids at Disney World, living that retirement life that we always kind of dream about or work towards. So the question I ask individuals, again, in a room setting, or if I'm with them one-on-one, sit with them across the table, I ask them, what circle are you currently in right now? And majority of the people say, well, I'm in a big circle. And that's pretty scary, but the fact is majority of Americans are in the big circle. So the question is, how do I get from the big circle to the little circle? Okay, well, there's 4 things that these guys are doing in the little circle that the guys in the big circle are not doing. The first thing these guys do in a little circle is they protect their assets. So again, when I'm in a room full of people or sitting across the table, I ask the question. The question I ask is, how do these people in a little circle, how do they protect their assets? And I ask, what do you think the most important asset is that they're trying to protect? And 9 times out of 10, they'll say, oh, a house or my house or a car or something along those lines, which are all good answers. But the reality is the most important asset that you need to protect is your ability to produce income. Because if you're not producing income, then how can you pay for your house? How can you pay for your car? Okay, so that's again. So how do these guys in a little circle? How are they protecting their income? Well, they do it through life insurance. Now, again, most people's perception on life insurance, if you would ask 10 people, I think 9 out of 10 probably say, well, life insurance is if I die, my beneficiary gets X. That's most people's perception of life insurance. If I die, my beneficiary gets X. But the reality is there's a whole new life insurance out there that individuals don't really know about or understand yet. And this is insurance that you can use while you're still alive. One example, and this is one of many examples, is that is a critical illness policy. So a lot of people today out there, maybe you watching this right now, are self-employed. You work for yourself. So you're an insurance agent, or you could be a real estate broker, or you could be whatever, or you can even work for somebody. If something happens to you and you're the main breadwinner for your household, if something happens to you, and you're unable to work for any reason, how are you going to be able to survive? How are you able to protect your income? How are you going to be able to kind of, pay your bills and carry on if you're sick? Okay, now some companies will have sick leave because they're able to maintain for a little while, but if it's pretty serious, they're not going to be able to pay you ongoing. Or if you're working for yourself, or you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, if you're not working, there's no money coming in at all, period. So these individuals, they have what we call a critical illness policy. A critical illness policy is a policy that if something happens to you, if you got a heart attack, stroke, cancer, something catastrophic happens to you, you're able to have money come in fall in your lap. So you have $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, whatever the face amount is on that policy. It'd be cash falling in your lap that you can take care of your bills. So how amazing would it be if you're able to, if you're, unfortunately if you get sick, but you're able to pay off your bills for the whole year and have that, that relief of knowing, hey, all my bills are paid, everything's paid. Now I just focus on getting healthy. Because one thing that you don't want to have when you're sick or battling a serious illness is to be stressed. Stress is not a good thing. So these guys over here in the little circle, they understand this. They understand the importance of having a policy like this, a critical illness policy, so if something does happen, they're able to have money come in and protect themselves. The second thing these guys have in a little circle is cash. Okay, they have cash on hand. So when the tires go out in the car or the refrigerator goes out at home, these guys have cash on hand to take care of it and fix it. Now the guys in the big circle over here, what they do, they go to the father-in-law, borrow the money from him, or they go to Sears, get a charge card, and get more and more in debt. And then the third thing these guys do in a little circle is they have a year of income saved up for that just in case. Imagine having a year of income saved up just in case. How different will your life be right now if you had a year of cash sitting in your bank account right now? Well, if that was the case, probably won't be listening to this webinar right now. But again, how does that make you feel? Okay, so and finally, the fourth thing these guys do in the little circle is that they invest. Now the guys in the big circle, they think they're investing. They say, hey, you know what? I'm good. I got my 401k at my job. I got money coming. I'm good. Well, is the 401k really safe? What happened to the market back in 08 and 09? The market tanked, right? People's 401ks became a 201k literally overnight. So let me ask you this: if the question is, if the market crashed before, could it crash again? Well, historically, it shows that every 7 years the market does crash. It's just, can you afford to have your money in there when it does? Because it will. The market will crash. I mean, it goes up and down all the time. And then, again, every 7 years, historically, it shows that it crashes quite significantly. So is having your money in a 401k a really safe thing? And the answer to that question is no. So what I ask individuals all the time is this. I show them the big circle, little circle, and I say, do you believe what I just showed you to be true? I always get a resounding yes. They believe what I just showed them to be true. Because the numbers don't lie, and it is what it is. And it's kind of the unfortunate thing, majority of people are in the big circle. Majority of people are not doing these four things. But if I could show you how to get from the big circle to the little circle, would you want to see that? I ask that question to these individuals, and they say, yes, absolutely, I want to see that. Then I ask them, well, if I could show you one product that does all four of these things, would you want to see that? Again, I always get a resounding yes. And then I ask them, who do you know that needs to see this message? Who do you know that could benefit from this message? And again, I always get a resounding yes. I know everybody needs to see this. Everybody needs to see this. And the fact is, everybody does need to see this. It's pretty powerful. This is the rule of 72. Okay, and what I just showed you in a big circle, little circle, this is one of many things that we do. This is one of many things, but we're going to kind of go on. I'll show more stuff here in a little bit. The rule of 72 was designed by Albert Einstein. Einstein says if you get the number 72 and you divide it by whatever percentage, that's the number of years it takes for your money to double. So for example, you get 72 divided by 3, like on your left-hand side of your screen, divided by 3, that means the equal amount is 24. That means it's going to take 24 years for your money to double. So you're at 21, and you have $2,000, and you put it into a savings account like this. Then that means that by age 69, that $2,000 is going to grow to $8,000. Okay. Now you get 72 divided by 6% interest. Now your money doubles every 12 years. So you get the same 21-year-old, the same $2,000. At age 69, it's going to grow to $32,000. Then you get 72 divided by 12% interest. Now your money doubles every 6 years. So the same 21-year-old, same $2,000. At age 59, it's $512,000. That is a huge, huge jump. And I want you to just, for a moment here, just kind of keep that, money doubling every 6 years here in the back of your mind for a second, but I'm going to touch on that here in a second. And then you have the 18% interest divided by 72. Now your money doubles every 4 years. So it's age 21, you still have $2,000. At age 59, now your $2,000 grew to $8.1 million. Guys, this is strong. This is powerful. The sad thing is the majority of people out there don't understand about compound interest. Einstein said that if you understand compound interest, you earn it. The ones who don't understand it are the ones who are paying it. And unfortunately, that's what's happening right now in America. But the majority of people are paying compound interest, but they don't understand it in a positive way. They understand it in a negative way. If you look at credit card debt on an average of 18%. Okay, so that's compound interest working in a negative way. They'll never get out of debt with the compounding at 18%. So that's very, very scary. Okay, so again, this is very important to understand. So what I'm talking about here is a product called the Indexed Universal Life. Okay, the Indexed Universal Life. And the power of what this product does, it does several things. First thing first, what it does, it covers if you die. Obviously, this is life insurance. The second thing it does, it covers you if you live too long. I'm sorry, it covers you if you get sick. Okay, it covers you if you get sick. It covers you if something happens to you. You get heart attack, stroke, cancer, something like I just described earlier when I first started this presentation. You talk about getting sick. And the third thing it does, and the last thing, and probably the most important thing, it covers you if you live too long. People say, what? What do you mean live too long? Well, again, it covers you if you die, right? Life insurance. If you die, you're covered. It covers you if you're sick. So if something happens to you, right? Cancer, heart attack, stroke, whatever. But again, no one is exempt from getting sick. You're covered. And third thing, it covers you if you live too long. Like, Ray, I understand that live too long part. Well, the question I ask individuals is this. How much money are you going to need to retire on? And nobody can really answer that question because, they don't know how much money they're going to retire on. But what are you doing now for your retirement? And to make sure your retirement is safe. So what people do is this is how it works. You're going to pay a premium anyway for your life insurance, right? You're going to pay a premium anyway for your life insurance. So part of your premium goes into the life insurance portion. The other part of your premium goes into what we call the cash accumulation, where you're playing in the market. Now, so how it works is now your money goes into the market. Okay, so when the market goes up, but your income goes up. When the market goes down for whatever reason, your money stops. It contractually guarantees you that you will never ever lose your money. They said, well, Ray, how can they guarantee me that I won't lose my money? Because they're going to cap you on how much you can make. So they'll cap you at 12%. Some cap you at 13%. I've seen as high as 16% where they cap you. That's how much you can make. And someone might say, well, man, why am I capped at 12%? I made 30 points on the market last year. I'll tell them, well, great, good for you. But you're also at risk of losing the 30 points. I'd rather be capped at a certain percentage, knowing and having a guarantee that I will never, ever lose any money. Again, when the market goes up, my income goes up. When the market goes down, which it will, but we all know that, then you're contractually guaranteed to never, ever, ever lose your money. Okay? So not only is your money growing, but it's also compounding. Remember earlier on the last slide I was showing you, imagine your money doubling every 6 years. Okay, so here, imagine your money doubling every 5 to 6 years. It's compounding, doubling every 5 to 6 years. It's growing. And again, you can't lose the money. Okay, so it's growing, it's compounding, it's doubling every 5 to 6 years. Not only that, is that it's growing tax-free. So now your money is growing tax-free, is doubling every 5 to 6 years, and you're contractually guaranteed to never ever lose your money. Can you do that with your 401k? What's going to happen if we try to pull money out of your 401k? If you try to pull money out of your 401k, they're going to penalize you, number one. Number two, they're going to tax you. Well, here, your money is growing, it's compounding, doubling every 5 to 6 years, and you can pull it out whenever you want to, tax-free, no penalties, no withdrawal fees, and it's growing tax-free. Guys, this is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Again, just everything that it does is just really, really incredible. So imagine here, you got account A and you got account B. Now, on account A, the $100,000, and account B, the $100,000. Okay, so you look at account A on the left-hand side, you see year 2000 all the way to 2012. Look in the middle column, the 19.5, and those are actual numbers for the stock market, what the market did those years. Okay, these are actual numbers what the market did this year. Now look at account B, you got 100 grand there too. This is your IUL, and you're capped at 12%. Okay, remember, you can't make more than 12%. So look at on account A. So you got 2000. So in year 2000, on account A, the market was a good market that year. It was at 19.5. So you made $19,500 that year. So now your 100 grand that you have in the account grew to $119,500. Now look at account B. In year 2000. So now you have you got 12%. You didn't get the 19.5. Remember, you're capped. So you don't get the 19.5. You get the 12. Okay, but you're capped. So you're at $112,000. You made $12,000 that year. Now the following year, in account A, was a negative year. It was a negative 10 points. So now you're at 119, dropped down to 107. Okay. 119 or down 107. What happened to you in your account B in year 2001? You got 0. Still holding firm at 112. Looking back at account A again in the year 2002, is a negative 13 points. So now your 107 is now dropped down to $92,000. Now your account B in 02, you got 0, still holding firm at 112. Going back to account A, in the year 2003, you got negative 23 points. That's a terrible year that year. Now you're down to $70,000 from your $100,000 you started up from. And account B in 03, still got 0, still holding firm at 112. Now this kind of shows you the warpness and the dysfunction of the market and what it has done for us. Now, here in 04, it was a negative, it was positive 26 points. So it's a fantastic year. People were excited. Yay, fantastic. I got 26 points. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. After 3 years of being negative years, I finally got a good year. We're up. We're up. We're up. But in reality, are you really up? No, you're still down. You start off with 100,000, but you're so ecstatic that you got a positive year, the 3 bad years in a row. You're thinking that you're up. And that's the warpness I was talking about. Look in 04, what you get. So you don't get the 26 points that you got on account A. On account B, again, you're capped. All you get is 12%. But now you're holding firm at 125. Now let's drop down to 2008 on account A, where you got 3.5. So now you're at 114. You're looking better. On account B, you're holding firm at 2008. You got 3.5 as well. You're at 153. Now, account A, you're excited that you're finally, making money again. You're on your upswing, and you know, you're feeling really good. You go to bed that night, look at your account, see $114,000 in your account. Next morning, you wake up, read the front lines of the paper, the Wall Street Journal, you see over the news where the market crashed. We all remember this day. We all remember when this happened back in '09. That's where the market tanked. So literally overnight, you went down from $114,000 to $70,000, literally overnight. How's your coffee tasting this morning when you realize that you just lost all that money and you're not going to get it back? That's pretty scary, and that actually happened. Everybody remembers when the market crashed back in '09. So when the market crashed in '09, it was a negative 38 points. 38 points negative. Look at your account B in '09. What'd you get? You got a 0. Remember, you're contractually guaranteed to never lose any money. So you're still holding firm at 163. Long story short of this, I'm back in account A. You look at the end of 12 years, all you made in 12 years was $16,000. In 12 years, you made $16,000. Look at account B. The same years, same numbers, same everything. You made $129,351. Guys, this is, I mean, amazing. Again, people are not talking about it. So a lot of people, what they do is they put money in the bank, they put money in investments, they put money in insurance, and IUL does all three of these things together. Look on your right-hand side of the screen there. It says the IRC 7702. That's IRS code 7702. I encourage you to examine that, to look it up. And what basically what it talks about is how your money grows tax-free. It's protected from the IRS, protected from taxes. What this IUL does, guys, it gives you liquidity, which is cash, right? There's no mandatory withdrawals. There's tax-free dispositions. There's tax-free growth. There's tax-free to your heirs. There's unlimited contributions. You're sheltered from lawsuits and divorces. Guys, this is probably the most safest vehicle out there right now. Remember, your money is compounding and it's doubling every 5 to 6 years. So what does it do? It gives you protection. Now you have money for protection. Now you got money for your emergencies. Now you got money for retirement. Now you got money for your sons or your grandkids' college. You got money for savings. Again, guys, this is, I mean, it's a powerful, powerful product. So remember earlier when I showed you this presentation, a big circle, a little circle, and I said, hey, if I could show you one product that does all 4 of these things, would you want to see it? Guys, you just saw it. So now, knowing what you know now, let me ask you a question again. How many people do you know need to see this product? And the question is, everybody needs to see it. This is only one of the things that we're doing, guys. This is only one of the things we're doing. We're going to cover a lot of different things with you on this presentation. But the question is, you know, who do you know that could benefit from this message? Again, everybody needs to see this. Could this information help me or my family financially? Absolutely. But again, when was the last time someone's talking to you about finances? When someone talking about planning? When someone's talking about retirement? When someone's talking about your life insurance? And one of the things you're going to ask yourself is, am I intrigued by this business? And by the end of this presentation, we're going to say that we hope so, because this is something that everybody needs to see, and everybody needs. We're looking for individuals who have a desire to learn, who are coachable, people who are willing to follow a proven system. Now, here at Someone Lines Advantage, we're committed to helping to create generations of people who know how to better manage and protect their money. How many people need to learn that just by themselves? How many people out there need to learn how to better manage and protect their money? The majority of Americans do. You know, our goal is to provide each associate with a business platform that provides the support, the systems that he or she needs to build a strong business and to create a better life for yourself. So why Someone Lines Advantage? Well, first of all, there's an overwhelming need for our product and services. We have an effective, very effective business platform. We have an amazing compensation. And the timing, I mean, you're going to see what the timing is here and how powerful it is here in a few minutes. You know, so what we're doing here, we're restoring the American dream of hope and opportunity for the right people who are really, truly looking for it, you know. And the question that we ask people is this, you know, are you currently earning enough income monthly to take care of your family at the level you had in mind when you first started out? Just really hear that for a second and ponder that one for a second. Are you currently earning enough income monthly to take care of your family at the level you had in mind when you first started out? Remember when you first started out dating your spouse and you had all these big goals and these big plans, and you're going to buy this big house, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, and fast forward to today, where are you now? And it's pretty safe to say the majority of people are not nearly are where they think they should be or where they thought they were going to be at when they first started out. Are you currently on track to achieve an acceptable retirement? That's a very, very valid question. What are you doing now for your retirement? Do you understand inflation? Are you properly saving money every day for your children's college fund? If you were to get injured or not be able to work, or worse yet, die too soon, will your family be able to be financially stable and feel protected after losing your current monthly income? Guys, after spending some time with us here now, our goal is to ensure you that you can answer yes to all these questions. So, why this industry? Why financial services? Well, first of all, it's the largest industry in the world. It's a $34 trillion industry. We look at any downtown USA, all the big buildings are all owned by insurance companies. They're not owned by the banks. They're owned by insurance companies. The insurance companies who bail out the banks. Just is an amazing, amazing opportunity. There's over 300 million Americans out there, guys. So you got your minimals, you got your Gen X, you got your baby boomers, you got your seniors. It's always the highest compensation per sale. This is pretty staggering. Only 35% of Americans actually own life insurance. So think about that. Only 35% actually own life insurance. So out of 300 million Americans out there, only 35% of them, only 35% of 300 million actually own life insurance. 58 million Americans say that they need life insurance. But the problem is that no one's talking to them. When was the last time someone came to you and talked to you about life insurance? There's an estimated 97% of people will retire broke. Big circle. We already established that. There's less life agents now than 30 years ago. The average age of a life insurance agent now is approaching 60. Guys, what we're looking for is new blood, young blood to come into this industry because there's not enough agents to service them. Look at this. There's $30 to $40 trillion of wealth being transferred from one generation to the next generation, and there's not enough agents to service them. Guys, we're looking at recruiting and building a monstrous company to be able to teach people and to show people how they can help these individuals to transfer the wealth. Again, but this is the largest wealth transfer in the history of our time. It's the largest wealth transfer in the history of our time, and there's not enough agents to service these guys. It's always ranked as one of the best industries in the world for earn high income. So what's the impact for most families? Most families live with insufficient protection, too much debt. I think most people will agree with that. Most people also will agree that they have no savings or do not know why or how much money they should save to reach their goals every year. Most families do not have a strategy for their future, do not make enough money, or not talking about it either. They're not sure what to do about it. Again, no one's talking about it, but there's nothing to really talk about. There's no money to talk about. If you look at the number one cause for divorce today is finances, is financial stress, and it's just not a good thing. So what's the price? What's the price without financial security? Without money, there is no peace of mind. I'm sure everybody on this call tonight have been in a position where they've been broke. They've been broke, and when you're broke, you have no peace of mind. When you're broke, you have you're stressed and you're frustrated. When you're broke, you have more of a negative impact on your family than a positive impact. I mean, I've been there. I think we all been there where we're hurting financially. We're broke. We're very stressful. You can't sleep. All you're thinking about is, how are you going to pay for this? How are you going to pay for that? I'm sure a lot of us have lost opportunities in our lifetimes. That's very, very hard when you get excited about an opportunity and you lose it. When that happens, you kind of lose confidence in yourself. You kind of, lack hope. You lower your expectations. Your dreams are kind of out the window. But what if what if we start making money again, right? What if you have money coming in? Now with money coming in, now you have peace of mind, right? There's less stress and frustration at home. You know, you're able to do stuff with the family, with the kids, take them on trips and vacations and whatnot. You know, with money, there's more of a positive impact on your family. With money, opportunities just seem kind of pop out of nowhere. With money, you have confidence. Have you ever noticed when you got paid how different you feel and you act? You have money coming in because it kind of gives you confidence. What happens if you have money coming in constantly? Okay, then you start having hope again. You think your higher expectations. You start dreaming again, kind of visualizing again, kind of getting back to where you once were or where you want to be. You know, money's not important, but you know, they were to say it's not important, but you know, I think it's pretty dang important. And you know, it's just when you don't live with it, it's definitely a scary thing. So one of the things too, guys, that we have here at some Alliance Advantages is that we have amazing trips that we have, and the companies that we work with, they provide these amazing trips, you know, different carriers we work with. So we tell our agents, hey, look, you know, find a product that you like, find a carrier that you like, and you have a trip that you want, work that product, work with that carrier, and earn that trip. You know, you have trips to Spain, you have trips to Bahamas, you have trips to Italy. I mean, all over the place. I mean, me personally, I have traveled literally all over the world, been on cruises from Alaska to touring in Europe to just everything on other people's dimes, other companies' dimes, because I won these incredible incentive trips. And these trips are 5-star all the way. I can tell you firsthand, you're not staying in Motel 6. You're staying at the 5-star resorts, 5-star hotels, airfare. A lot of these companies give you money to spend per day per diem. They even give you money to pay for your parking at the airport for your car. Money for buy a Starbucks at the airport while you're waiting for the flight. I mean, it's just incredible, guys. It's incredible. So this is one of many perks. Not only are you earning an amazing income that you're changing your life for you and your family, but also you're able to take your family on these incredible trips, all paid for from your hard work. You know, also, you know, here at Summit, we have our own trips as well, giveaways, and I'm going to have Jason Martinez kind of talk about this, and he's going to get into the other part of the presentation, guys. So Jason Martinez, like I said earlier, you know, he's been in the business for way over 10 years, and he's been a #1 producer in every company he's been a part of. Jason's one of those guys that he's a doer. He's one of those guys that kind of gets after it. He has to smoke a battle on him. He's been there and done that. He's approaching. His goal is to personally write 3,000 apps, and he's on track, and he's on record to hit that goal. I mean, the cool thing about working with Jason and BJ and myself is that we're all licensed agents. A lot of us, you know, we don't have to write, you know, business, but we write because we want to, not because we have to. We lead from the front. And Jason is definitely that leader. He's leading from the front. He knows the industry better than anybody. So I want to go ahead and pass on the torch and baton to Jason. Jason, are you there, sir?
Yes, Ray, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome, fantastic. Thank you so much for that introduction, Ray. Kind of got me blushing here a little bit, but guys, we, you know, here at Summit Alliance Advantage, we're very excited about what we have to offer. You know, what Ray just talked to you about, you know, it's kind of hard to you know, talk about something else, but that's, you know, just life-changing to have that knowledge and to be able to implement that knowledge and to be able to share that knowledge with others. And what we're going to cover now, you know, congratulations. Last month we had a contest to give away 2 tickets, or 4 tickets total, but we picked out 2 winners, and they could bring a guest to go to the opening day game of the Dallas Cowboys here at the AT&T Stadium. And so congratulations to those 2 winners, Henry and Margaret. You know, again, they attended that game just here recently, and that was our contest that we had in the month of August. But now we also have a contest for the month of September. And, you know, for the top agent for the month of September will win either a free laptop or a iPad Air tablet there. So, you know, we have great contests, we have great healthy competition to get agents out there producing, because ultimately producing is where the income is going to come from. You know, we work to drive production, we work to support production. You know, all of our business partners as agents, you know, that's our goal. And, you know, so a little incentives like that definitely help. You know, so take advantage of the incentives that we have, take advantage of the contest, and, you know, go out, write applications, put money in the bank, and at the same time, you know, win a few prizes in doing so. Now, real quick, we're going to go ahead and continue on with some other markets, you know, that we work in. You know, you heard Ray talk about, you know, the IUL annuity market. It's a phenomenal market, you know, to be able to show people how to protect their financial resources and, you know, have that available for the future. But there are other niche markets in the insurance industry that agents can work within. One of those is mortgage protection. You know, Ray asked the question earlier, when people think of their most valuable asset, you know, what do they think of? And most people, of course, they think of their home. And, you know, but of course, now we know it's your ability to produce income. But with that being said, you know, again, most people, you know, they're working hard every day. They're putting a large percentage of their income into their home. And, you know, so they want to protect that. They want to be in a position where they know that if something happens, that they can have that peace of mind of knowing that the new home that they just purchased, or maybe they got a home equity loan and did some upgrades, or maybe they just refinanced the home to get a lower rate, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a reverse mortgage so a senior could get extra income. No matter the case, these people are eligible for mortgage protection. So if something happens to them before they pay off that mortgage, their family can either, you know, have the mortgage paid off for them or be in a position where they get to keep the home. And that's very important. That's what mortgage protection offers. You know, and the need is great. If you look at it, let's just say if you're 40 years old, you have a 25% chance of passing away before you pay off a 30-year mortgage. And those statistics drastically increase the older you get. Just 10 years later, if you're 50 years old, you have a 50% chance of passing away before you pay off a 30-year mortgage. 48% of all mortgage foreclosures are due to the result of financial hardship due to critical illness. You know, again, if someone has heart attack, cancer, stroke, a lot of times households take two incomes to support these days. If something happens to one of those incomes, someone has a heart attack, someone has cancer, now they're going through chemotherapy, surgery, they're trying to recover. You know, to have this in place, you know, is going to be able to keep the home in place because, you know, not having the finances available, you know, again, 48% of mortgage foreclosures are due, you know, to the result of some type of critical illness or something to that effect. Now, you know, some of the advantages of working in the mortgage protection market, you know, one of the first advantages is the fact that you know, these clients are, you know, of course, they're employed. We're dealing with the working class. They just qualified for a mortgage. You know, so they have buying power. They're in a position to protect that. They want to take care of that mortgage. They want to take care of that large investment where, you know, a large percentage of their working dollars are going every month. So it's, you know, it makes it an easy sale because the need is strong. And it's easy to present. We're going to teach you how to present that. Of course, it's a lead-driven market. Now, with that, there's almost always people to see. I'm sure you know someone that owns a home, refinance, purchase, or something. And again, we have access to that data to market to. We have non-medical products that are quick issue with no underwriting. Well, what does that mean to you as an agent? Well, your typical life policy takes anywhere from 45 to 60 days to go through underwriting and get issued and paid because the clients have to take a medical exam. These products here, they can qualify without giving blood, urine, checking heart rate, all these exams to see if they qualify for the product. We're going to ask them a few medical questions. We're going to put that through to the carrier, and we're going to get a decision on that very quickly in a matter of 3 days in most cases. We get paid daily from these carriers. So as that application goes in and gets issue paid, you know, if you have plenty of applications going in, then you can put yourself in a position to get paid daily. You know, and then again, we offer so much training and support, you know, specifically designed for the product or the niche market that we're working in, you know, whether that be mortgage protection, whether that be the IUL market, or whether that be the final expense market. Now, again, we just talked about mortgage protection, you know, People want to protect that valuable asset. Now let's talk about another niche market in the insurance industry, and that's final expense. Final expense insurance is there to pay for someone's funeral. And we all know that 10 out of 10 people will pass away. There's no arguing that statistic. It's very true. And so people want to make sure that their families are not put in a position where they have to pass the hat to come up with the funds to take care of final expenses. Baby boomers are retiring at a rate of $10,000 a day. I believe that's increasing. Over 10,000 people a day are retiring, and a large percentage of these people do not have their final expenses taken care of. They do not have that life policy to make sure that if something were to happen, that their final expenses were taken care of. People are opting to become cremated because they cannot afford funeral services. Funeral services are increasing. If you think back, a few years past, you could, have a very nice funeral and services, for less than $8,000. Then that cost rose between $8,000 and $10,000, and then it rose between, 10 and 15. And now, a lot of cases, it's $15,000 or more to have a decent funeral with all the costs considered. Plot, burial, headstone, graving, casket services, all of this stuff. And all of that can increase the cost. So again, people need to have something in place to make sure that their family is not left with the bill. Think of a time you've probably had someone pass away, and did they have the money available, or did you have to work with your family and friends to try and get that taken care of? A lot of times you've had both situations or both experiences, or maybe the latter. Now, with final expense, again, underwriting and medical exams, not required. We can get these people covered immediately. The premiums, the rates are always going to stay the same. We take pride in that. There's a lot of companies out there that these people see on TV. They go apply for the coverage, and they don't know that it's a 5-year term. It's going to go up after 5 years. Or they don't know that it's a product that they have to wait 2 years before their coverage is in effect. Our products are effective immediately. They're locked in. Their price is going to stay the same. Their coverage is going to stay the same. We can cover from ages 0 to 85. We have coverages from $1,000 to $50,000. Of course, we can cover more than that. But for final expense, your average policy, as far as the coverage amounts, at around $12,000 to $15,000. And so, again, we have products to cover all needs. And what's, very important is these products are designed to cover the medical challenges that seniors, a lot of seniors, experience. And whether that be, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, heart attack, stroke. And again, no one's exempt from these conditions, but we have products to cover these conditions just the same. It's an easy and simple application process. We have plenty of people to talk to. And again, these carriers pay daily. And what's very important, a lot of these people have not even been contacted about final expense life insurance. They feel that they have it at work, and then they retire, their coverage goes away, and they have no coverage at all because they've had coverage through their employer their entire life. So again, people need final expense insurance. Another advantage that we have here at Summit Alliance Advantage is we can cover people that have been told they cannot get coverage. So if someone's been recently diagnosed with cancer and they're going through chemotherapy and things are looking good, we can get them covered. No medical questions. The coverage is guaranteed. There is a 2-year waiting period, but we can get people covered that have been told they cannot get coverage anywhere else. Other than that, we're going to get people covered on an immediate death benefit, coverage effective immediately. Now, how do we get to these people? Well, of course, we're going to mail them a letter. We're going to mail them a letter letting them know about the final expense, and if they take the time to fill this out and mail it back, then they have an interest. They're very serious about their need, and they want to make sure and get their coverage in place. So they take the time to fill it out and mail it back, and note that these are exclusive. We will only give these to the one agent that generated them. Another way that we get in front of people, we generate telemarketing leads. Our telemarketers are going to contact the people. We're going to let them know that we have an agent in your area that can take care of your final expenses. We're going to confirm the coverage amount they're looking for. We're going to confirm the relationship of the beneficiary. We're also going to ask them a security question like, what's your favorite color? That way, when you contact them, you can identify that with them, and they know that you're not a telemarketer calling for no reason at all. We also full training and support again for each market that we work in, you know, and training is provided by top producers, experienced producers. You know, what's great about Summit Alliance Advantage is you're going to learn about products and training and closing from experience. You're not going to learn from someone sitting behind a desk who's talking to you in theory. You're going to learn from someone who's actually been out there and done it. You know, we have recorded webinars. We have training videos soon coming out. We have, you know, training on all facets of the insurance industry. We have in-house training that's done weekly. You know, you can come in, you can come to our weekly webinars, you can come to our weekly in-house training, you can attend our conference calls. We're going to make sure that you have the training and support. You can download the webinars to record, listen to, and train on your own time. Of course, the carriers have training material. There's, you know, we're going to make sure that you have the knowledge to go out there to give you the full confidence to lead the clients through the products and the business and getting them covered. Now, as far as potential compensation, this is based on 50-50 mortgage protection and final expense business, not even including the market that Ray talked about in your IUL market. But let's just talk about the last two markets. Pretty basic, pretty simple markets, easy to train on, easy to learn how to get going. Now, we really love direct mail. When someone takes the time to fill out a letter and mail it back, they have a serious interest. On our direct mail, we average about 4 to 5 sales for every 10 of those that we get. So let's say you get 10 direct mail leads and you only make 4 sales. The average mortgage protection sale is about $1,020 of annualized premium. Now the carriers, based on your contract, you know, if you started at 60%, you basically earn 60% of that paid out, you know, a percentage of that up front. And here, the average final expense sale, a little over $700 a year. Now, if you spend, let's say, $34 on your direct mail for final expense per lead and $45 on your mortgage protection per lead. Now, keep in mind that the lead cost is actually way lower than this. This is just for conservative purposes. Normally, the average final expense lead, for an example, is about $24 to $26. But let's just say it's $34 for this example. You're going to spend $395 on leads, right? So you go out and sell 4 applications. You're on a starting contract at 60%. You just got started. You go out and sell 4 applications. That's $1,557 deposit on a starting contract with 2 final expense sales and 2 mortgage protection sales. You spent your $395 on leads. You're going to profit $1,162 for that week. Now, you're leading from the front. You're out there producing. You're working to move your contract up. You're working to give yourself a raise. You earn an 80% contract. You've given yourself a raise. You're out there leading from the front. And now, people, you have that cash flow glow. People want to know what you're doing. So they hey, what are you doing out there? What are you doing to, you know, golly, man, things are really changing for you. What are you doing? So you show them. You're leading from the front. You go out and you do the same thing. The only difference is you're on an 80% contract now. So remember that deposit of just over $1,600. Now it's over $2,000 on the same 2 final expense and 2 mortgage protection sales. Now what's great about this is you only spend $395 on the leads, which means your lead cost didn't go up, but you did give yourself a raise. You promoted yourself. So now you profit $1,682 from your business instead of $1,100. Now your agents, they follow the leader. They want to do what you're doing. You show them exactly what to do. You plug them into the training. You plug them into the system. You lead from the front. They go out and earn their $1,162. Now, you have a 20% override because they're on a 60% contract, right? You're on an 80% contract. You're going to earn $519 from their business. Now you profit in 1 week off of your sales plus what you earned on an override, just over $2,201 from one agent and your production. That puts you over $105,000 for the year. Now, of course, you don't have to have a huge agency. Wouldn't it be nice if you did? But let's just say you only had 10 agents. With 10 agents following the leader, doing what you did, you're leading from the front. They go out and earn their $1,162 for the week off the 10 leads. You now earn $5,193. You're not earning $519 off of one agent. You're earning $519 off of 10, which is $5,193 for that week. So you're still out producing. You go out and earn your $1,682. Now you're at $6,875 for the week with just 10 agents and just your production, putting you at over $330,000 for the year. Guys, they're very conservative, very easy to reach. Again, we're only talking about 10 agents. We're only talking about 4 or 5 applications a week. You know, very easy to obtain. It only takes consistent work. We cannot want it any more for you than you want it for yourself. If you go out and you personally produce, if you build and lead from the front and you train your agents and you stay consistent in doing so and repeat this process, you're going to have a very successful agency here at Summit Alliance Advantage and a very successful business. Guys, one of the things that we have, of course, we have all the training and the tools in place to make sure that you have all the resources available to go out there and be successful. We have, you know, of course, the webinars. We have the in-house training that you can attend. But we also have our boot camp. Our boot camp is held the second weekend, second Friday and Saturday of every month. What our boot camp is designed to do is to take a 3 to 6 to maybe even a 9-month learning curve, crunch that down into 2 days, and allow a new agent or maybe an agent who's out there kind of struggling a little bit to go out there, find their focus, know exactly what product they want to write, know exactly what to say to the client, know exactly how to get in front of the clients, know exactly how to turn in applications. I'm talking from A to Z about the business. You're going to come out of that 2-day boot camp, and again, this is exactly, we named it boot camp because it's exactly that. It's a powerful, intensive training designed to give you exactly step by step what to do to go out there and earn your income. So you can take advantage of all the training that we have, and it's going to take you, 3, 6, maybe 9 months to absorb everything, attending our weekly training, attending our webinars, or you can attend our 2-day crash course at boot camp and get all of the knowledge that you need to go out there and be successful and really explode your business and take it to the next level. So, we're real excited to have you there. Our next one is October 7th and 8th. So if you're taking a look at this for the first time and it's intriguing to you and you want to get off to a quick start, let's go ahead and get you registered. Let's go ahead and get you started. Again, if this is something that you want to do next and you have an interest, if you're licensed, go ahead and get in contact with the person that invited you tonight. If not, don't worry. We can get you licensed. We have ways to get you licensed. So still get in contact with the person that invited you, and we'll make sure and get you the steps that you need to get going. And if for some reason you like the idea, you like the products, you're not really, wanting to go out and present, then from that, then we can put together some options for you so you can protect your family's financial future and retirement. So I want to thank everyone for taking the time out to attend tonight, and again, get in touch with the person that invited you. We look forward to having you and seeing you at the top here at Summit Alliance Advantage. I'm Jason Martinez, and we're signing off.